number 2 being a PK or Shamima's presentation and person react to. Perception here one of them. And now okay, we been so about quick action. Person make no so ho asem. I mean starting free perception no. Perception no. I would agree with him. Say with her say the media narrative no is not helping. On say in my presentation make a bit sure say unfortunately for us no cases are in the political polarization no media no in the actually media no follow cases are our political polarization and kwa
news ni na na ton crofo
exactly no amana kwa create problem be about the way the media reportage of the political cases no akwakoye no amana create perception now to solve this perception no the solution is not to remove the chief justice if you ask me. There are 1,001 ways of.
And I know
good. And I can give you 3 examples of how we can solve that perception.
And I'm going to say, this process is not to remove.
Is even going to make it worse?
Is it to remove the chief justice
or to solve the perception?
To solve, because I say the moment this petition be back on, then it is concluded. Say you see a Pamu chief justice.
In fact, answer na petition e be kokra no. Na political actors na dikan can say ye ba or beko. So what you say? Inti no whether the petition is genuine or not no because it be more dikan to say
how is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be say and conform no more consent be I was said the chief justice here no ejuma and o the petition akọ. Is that a conclusion that ye be Pamu chief justice ana? Because this process already it is out. I said the impression we have. They say, I say you see Pamu chief justice after committee in Atanase, chief justice in anu dieba. Na say totona no convince committee na obekwa na.
Good. Say utumi convince committee na onko. So what you say. But point I'm person me making is say, with the Mayanfa Electoral Commission point example. I always keep on saying say, see beto aba. Ubon say government in power na party no. Omo than Electoral Commission PRO. Omo no kasama Electoral Commission. Na government in opposition for no e ka set ya Electoral Commission. E ko ba ne sa na perception na creating say Electoral Commission no it is for the government in power. And I always tell my friends who are in the two parties say look, don't talk for the EC. Allow the EC to talk for himself. Unfortunately for the judiciary no, they don't engage with the public a lot. So they can't even talk for themselves. So what I say, intino politicians here no mbeko court. Na political cases and media DH no umaba be spinning asem no radio ni TV so na creative perception they say the court is political.
The case of this particular chief justice no peculiar. The entire American say we had a minister of national security on one kasa on was appointed even a known NPP person. Yeah, Timi can say a honor so muheni na ya be one too many.
No, a judge.
Oh, he's not. He's not. But okay, say a kobasa nkrofu omo political party.
We can say politicians in the perception number. And nipa na waboni di no. Oh, yeah, politician.
So this politician side nka yebefa say she should be happy if the chief justice is doing their bidding. The chief justice no omo bidding crowd. You should be quiet and enjoy it. But to the extent that ononusu say
I don't know too much good.
Doesn't that make this case a peculiar one?
You see, yete ha ye ka say ye petition no. Ye ni masema ewo mu. Shamima and Wababi raise the issue of perception. I'll defer to her because maybe she has intelligence because she works for the president. And I'm saying that if it is just the issue of perception there, my submission is that then the removal of the chief justice will not solve the problem. It will rather create more problem because you see, the perception out there.
But said the removal. Now, are you not prejudging? Because the petition, this process is not for the removal of the chief justice.
It is a petition for the removal of the chief justice.
Okay, a petition for the removal of the chief justice. But it does not mean that
she will be removed.
She has to be removed because there's been a petition against her.
Okay.
And is that not what
you are perfectly right? But okay, so for lack of a better word, let me rather say the potential removal of the chief justice will not solve the problem. Okay. That's what I want to say. Because there are so many other factors that are contributed to this perception. Okay? Lawyer bit me court na ebia we lose case no. Ebia the client ni buafu, the client now very demoralized. At that point in time, we need the right words to explain to the client what happened here. Obet me akwa jina baby aka say be cry na the other side no. Akwa baby. You understand? But it may not be true.
Yeah.
And these things the politicians do it a lot.
Yes.
Especially when cases that are perceived to have political polarization akwa court no. They be no more radio so na communicators. We train for her. Now we are training for her. At times Krempo no Nyomo kan radio so no has got nothing to do with what is actually happening in court. So what I say, for me, the issue about perception cannot only be solved by a potential removal of a chief justice. I think more has to be done, and some of the things I believe can be done. For example, the judicial system is very slow in bringing out judgments. Say uko baby to say you car, your ma judgment are not that website so no be any biakin kind. You have no lawyer in the system. No, we bet much like I say judgment 1 month now.
Court na nkasa kra timi chiro that judgment na.
Obeba na nye ready. So I say, I think some of these transparent measures can go a long way to change the perceptional issues because a man for your judgment they can kind no mu say say na there no say ni say na call ya. Then they will begin to understand. Let me quickly deal with the issue of the quick action. Unfortunately, again, the issue of the judiciary being slow, no, the solution does not lie with the CJ or the judges. The solution lies with the president and the parliament. You know why? In this country that we have less than 500 courts in the whole country. Less than 500 courts. As we speak now, there are several courts. Judges no, omoye additional duties. Oko court 1 and opa. Ne we are relieving duties. Court 2. Obey then when your time. Either case is no what trying to judgment. Will be the solution? My solution is that Parliament,
the wheel of justice,
yes, Parliament which has the control must set up more courts. The executive must give financial clearance for more judges to be appointed. Then it will free up the load of work on the judges' hands. Baby to say recently an embassy a district court. Until some embassy a district court no. The whole equipment. We are born in any part of Equapim. Equapim has about 200 villages. This year, come upon the court. We call the Biana long cases. Judge Betna Honoma, a deal with my free cases, bear 100 and some Akufi. Or better than what with me SPD up judgments. That's what I say. Intino, and at the end of the day, no, see a befa judge, and yet Chief Justice Nedisa see a befa judge. I just a finance minister. I'm a financial clearance. We can't employ new judges. Intino, when we are talking about the slow nature of the judicial system now, we can't go and blame only the Chief Justice without again blaming the politicians. That's why I'm saying it is Parliament and the executive who can deal with the issue of the quick action now. Shamima Ekan wasam no. Ubet me apamu Chief Justice for ni na quick action now. Person ye den case court contem no. Contem because Chief Justice no. And you know the cases no. Or the amount se could di asem no. Uni time abed and we di asem no.